Hello and welcome to another live stream behind the scenes and behind the screens, where we take you literally behind the scenes and behind the screens and show you what you need and what you can do to have a better live stream, a more professional live stream, where you can literally transform your presentations and also create better online courses faster. So under behind the scenes and behind the screens, we have a sub episode, if you will, which is called No More Gear Fear, which we're really looking at taking the fear out of the gear for you and explaining what's needed for a better live stream and indeed making better online courses. So today we're going to look at microphones, going to take you through a couple of different options. There are lots of choices out there, so which is great. Choice is great, but it can be confusing and overwhelming. I'm not necessarily suggesting that the ones I use are the best, but the ones that I use, I love. I love the quality, I love the flexibility, I love the price. And yes, you can spend more, you can spend as much as you wish, literally. But what I'm going to go through are a couple of microphones, all priced in US dollars for just that, the currency of the internet, so to speak. It's pretty close to euros and not that far off British pounds either, just to give you the guide prices. So the first one on the list, and the links are there, and I'll provide a link to where you can get access to these slides and links and so on and so forth. And these slides are taken directly from a course that I'm currently launching. It actually is launched, just building it out. So we have some pilot students on there. It's called Sound Success, and it's a course on how to create, launch, and sell an audio-only course so that you can get your foot on the ladder, so to speak, towards passive income without necessarily having to go on camera for your first course. It's also a very attractive lead magnet as well. So that's called Sound Success. So let me know if you want more details about that in the comments below, wherever you are watching this video. So one of my favorite microphones, the Elgato Wave 3. I love most of Elgato's equipment. I have a lot of it. Elgato Wave 3 USB microphone, $180. Comes with a stand there that you can place it in front of your desk, or you can buy a boom arm, which I love as well, and you can bring it into view when you want to use it, and then kind of pretty much move it out of the way when not using it. I prefer this option so that it's not in my way when I want to type on the keyboard or indeed press the buttons on the Stream Deck. There's no microphone on my desk. Okay, so let's have a look at it. So I can just literally pull it in here. If I'm recording a podcast or an audiobook, I can pull it in, get it nice and close. It's got the pop filter on it as well. And then when I'm not using it, I just literally swing it out of the way, and yeah, I can continue working away. So you get a really good sound from it. At the moment, the microphone that I'm on is the shotgun. Okay, so don't judge the audio thinking that it's the Elgato Wave 3. I'm just always use the shotgun microphone when I go live. Okay, so you can see the accessories there. So you get the microphone, the stand, it's USB-C. You get it directly from Elgato. You can get it from Amazon. You can buy the pop filter separately, and then there's two different arms. One arm comes up and over, one arm goes over and up, so to speak. So the two different arms are there. A really, really great microphone. The next one that I do plan to get, really, really powerful microphone for the money. It's the Wave DX XLR microphone. So it's not USB. You will need a little mixer as well. We'll come back to the little mixer in the moment, which is here on my desk. We will come back to that. So this is a relatively new microphone. Amazing quality. I will be getting one. I have listened to videos about it and all that kind of good stuff. And for the price, although you will need the additional mixer, which we'll talk about, it's a really, really powerful microphone for the money. Okay, it is XLR as opposed to USB, so you will need that additional mixer interface, but a really, really powerful mic for the money. It's got a pop filter built in. It's made out of metal. It's really robust and strong, and I will be getting one. I have done my research, and I will be getting one Really, really powerful microphone. In fact, some people are comparing it to the Shure SMB 7B. I don't have that on my list. It costs hundreds and hundreds of dollars. A really, really powerful mic. If you have the budget, by all means, get it. Very popular with podcasters, but not something that I am going to rush out and buy, particularly when I've heard the quality of the Elgato Wave DX microphone. Okay. The next one then, big fan of these type of microphones, the shotgun microphones. You have the Rode NTG4 for $270, or the one I have is the Audio-Technica AT897, $334. I have the AT897 for 15 years, okay, and I still use it today. Okay, so if we hit the behind the scenes button here, we can see that this is the shotgun microphone. It attaches to my teleprompter. It runs through this little mixer, which we'll get to because it's XLR as well, and I can turn up and down the volume. There's even a button on the back that I can hit to mute in an emergency if I start coughing, etc. So really, really great microphone for money. A little bit more expensive than the NTG4, but it's the one I have, so I'm going to continue to use it. I've tested the NTG4, great microphone as well. You will need the XLR cable and the mixer, which we will get to, but really, really great microphones. They're, you don't need batteries, you don't need to charge them. They basically take phantom power in from through the lead. So really, really powerful microphone, and you don't have to wire yourself up. If you want to use a lavalier microphone, I am going to get the new Wireless Pro. They have recently become available. Not something I use a lot, but I will be using a little bit more for a different type of production. You'll see and hear more about that soon. But these are really, really powerful for the money. Up to 7 hours of battery life. Just make sure they're charged before you go live. That's one of the reasons I haven't used them to date and won't use them until I actually have to for a bigger production. Anyway, really, really powerful microphones. About $250. The Wireless Pro, which is just out, everybody's getting quite excited about. They're probably around twice the price. And then you can get the clip on as well. You can record audio directly to the little unit as well. It has a magnet, so you can clip it, in the middle of your shirt, or you can clip it on the collar. Really, really great mics as well. And then if you are going to use these type of XLR microphones as opposed to USB, you need to run them through an interface / mixer. Okay, a lot of very professional podcasters would use something like the Rodecaster Pro or Pro 2, around $780. I'm getting great sound out of my Elgato Wave XLR at $180. Wouldn't have the same amount of functionality. The colored switches there on the Rodecaster Pro, for example, they will allow you to have basically pre-programmed noises and stuff if you're into that kind of thing. I use my Stream Deck to do that, so I'm okay on that front. So I use the Wave XLR, which sits here on my desk here. Okay, so you can see it here on the slide, and you can see it here on my desk as well. Okay, so there's just the two monitors, how I do these presentations, as you know. And if not, you can watch previous videos all about going behind the scenes and behind the screens. You will need an XLR cable, about $10, €9, £8, $8.50 as well. And basically you plug the microphone into one end of the XLR cable, you plug the other end of the XLR cable into your mixer, and from the mixer you take a USB lead into your computer and you are good to go. So there's essentially a diagram explaining that. You have your microphone, an XLR cable, an interface mixer, be it the Elgato Wave or the Rodecaster Pro, and then you go into your computer. Okay, so just a little interface in between the two to allow to connect this type of microphone to your computer. So it's really, really, a great option, very, very powerful. You can really have a lot of great control over your audio And it's important, it's critical that your audio sounds crystal clear. Okay, it's one thing if people cannot see you or you're a bit fuzzy, it's a whole other problem if they can't hear you. So it's essential that they can hear you, and microphones obviously play a key part in that. So that's today's behind the scenes and behind the screens. I'll look at a couple of options. By no means are they the only options, but a couple of options based on a reasonable budget to get superior quality from your audio in your simple studio setup. If you're watching the replay, by all means, feel free to post some questions in the comments. I will get the notifications. And here is a link on where you can get any of the resources mentioned in these live streams. So talk to you soon.